project today is to remove this old Morso stove, which is starting to crack up and deteriorate around the back, around the sides. I'm going to replace it here with this nice new Vision 500 from Clearview on 6-inch legs. As you can see, a lot of deterioration around the back of the stove. Lacking plate broken off, collar broken off, and just general deterioration. Clearview stoves are very heavy, so what I always do is remove the door. Now if you're going to do this, it's best to then secure the hinge blocks in place, because these can be accidentally knocked. They then turn around, then the door will not fit correctly, nor will the stove operate correctly. Just a handy tip, there's a very low collar height on the Clearview, so when you put in a standard piece of pipe, then the actual flue pipe protrudes down through the stove. Now that's okay, but not so good for the chimney sweep, who might damage his rods and cut them when he's sweeping the chimney. So I'm going to trim off some of that swage so it's flush with the bottom of the stove. So I'm going to reuse this original piece of flue pipe because it's in extremely good condition, and using the paper method I'm going to put a nice straight cut on top of the pipe. In this instance I'm able to swivel the stove around and put a secret stainless steel pot rivet on the back of the stove so that from the front it looks a nice clean finish. You should always secure the flue pipe to the flue collar, and then the expansion is taken up through the pipe and on the connection to the flue liner, which in this case is an isokern. So I'm shaping the bricks, just giving it a little bit of a chamfer on all the corners. Lots of stove manufacturers do this. Clearview don't, but I've always done this. So just taking off a few of the edges just to allow for the welds. Now this is the rear brick. Many stoves have very large rear bricks, and I've always cut them in half. This allows for extra expansion. Very often stove bricks will crack quite quickly after use. If you allow the expansion to be taken up, it won't happen. So here we are looking inside the stove. Now the sides of a Clearview are slightly curved, so the brick doesn't fit flush against it, but I still take off the chamfer to allow for the welds. We're now coming to the end of the installation, and the customers just come in to see how things are going. Everything's looking good and we're pretty much ready to go. Now for the fun part, lighting the fire and demonstrating to the customer what a beautiful fire this is. This was installed back in 2015. I've been back there a couple of years now and they still are amazed at how cleanly it burned. So we're pretty much up to temperature, and now we'll just demonstrate how it shuts down, and now it's sitting there burning really nicely. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the installation of this fantastic stove. So here we are 5 years after the install. Stove is looking really tidy still. Still got that nice seal look and that nice tightness on the door handle still, perfect. No bleeding through the rope seal, so that's good.
door's looking pretty good. Slight milking here, that's in between the two panes of glass, so taking the glass off, cleaning inside, that would be good. So the rope's still good. Internally, baffle still straight. I always cut the rear bricks and they're still looking fine. Standard Hornet. Yeah, looking good.